Ambulance now on scene at a collision, Victoria Trail southbound on the Yellowhead overpass. So if you're southbound on Vic Trail, stay left. It is backing up in the area. Northbound traffic, you should need to Hermitage Road to get back onto the Yellowhead. And a collision outside in the Fort Saskatchewan area, really tying things up right at the intersection of Highway 15 and Highway 37. It's tough to get in and out of the fourth on Highway 15, so you may want to take Highway 21 as a detour. Introducing the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, the world's first smartphone with dual edge screen. Going yours today at Bell Store. Being with Bell just got better. I'll have your next update in minutes. I'm Darlene Check with your TXN 1260 traffic.
TXN 1260 Sports Center update starts now.
Of snowboards and snowboard gear. You know that they have the most knowledgeable staff who snowboard just like you. But something you may not know is that right now, Easy Rider is having a huge sale. Boards, boots, climbing, jackets, pants, goggles, all on sale. Only at Easy Rider. White Log Crossing. Call 780-413-4554 or check out theeasyrider.com. They'll tell you the whole board, but you'll only need the edge.
At Maine, our success is Alberta's success. Our hands-on, technology-based learning and applied research solutions are well known for advancing science, technology, and environment, health,
goaltending is so connected to the success of a head coach.
Well, and if you take a look, it was a gutsy call by Babcock to go back to Mrazek because the game before, he was terrible, and Babcock had to pull him. So, you know, to get back to Mrazek, the young 23-year-old, it's not only a big statement by Babcock, but it's also a statement kind of on Jimmy Howard and where your confidence is in him right now. If you're a team that's fighting for the playoffs in Detroit, you're a team that's trying to get healthy and feeling good about your game, and you start a 23-year-old rookie. So I think that was a big statement game last night, and Mrazek delivered. So we'll have to track that situation in net. And you're right, maybe Babcock does end up staying because he knows he's got some young pieces to build around in Nyquist and Tatar and Koskinen, and then you look at a guy like Mrazek, who certainly is the goaltender of the future.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I believe they've already confirmed that he's going to start on Thursday as well, so he's a goaltender right now. What do you like about his game the most, Jamie, from a goaltender perspective?
I love his confidence, to be honest. He's actually a little bit more overconfident than you would think at 23 years old. He's certainly sure of himself, but, you know, bigger picture, I think he's somebody that he's got a skill set. He doesn't give up on pucks. It's a little bit over-aggressive. And if you actually take a look in the shootout on Kyle Ferguson's goal, he was, honestly, he was at the hash marks coming in the shootout before he came back. So I think he just has to slow his game down a little bit, but from a skill set advantage, I think he's got good feet. He's got good size. I met him yesterday, and he's quite slight. He's got to put on a little bit of that manly, you know, manly muscle type of thing where that'll just come with maturity. But I think big picture, it's a good situation for Detroit. It's going to be a good goaltender.
Yeah, he burst onto the scene here in Edmonton at the World Juniors. He knocked off the U.S. down in Rexall, and he was dancing with the crowd. He was trying to score in the empty net. I mean, he was one of the most brilliant goaltending performances I've ever seen, and he was soaking up every single minute of it. So he's kind of been a fan favorite in this area ever since then. I want to get the Ducks tonight. Bruce Boudreau continues to go back and forth here with Trevor Anderson and John Gibson. Do you think he needs to go with one of them into the postseason? And if so, which one would you choose, James? We have it. We're going to lost notes. That was the big question I wanted to ask him today. Who was playing the Ducks? Did it go to Anderson and Gibson? And we lost them? And the big question of the day? Well, hopefully you have some more time with him, actually, because I want to get his thoughts on Alexander Ovechkin playing 50 goals again, and Dustin Buffalo last night. I'm not sure Noodles was working that game, so I'm not sure if he saw the cross-check, although it's already circulating around online this morning. Dustin Buffalo last night putting himself in a position where he may or may not end up being suspended. I would assume he likely gets suspended, but he's seen stranger things from the National Hockey League. All right, let's go back to Noodles this morning. Noodles, sorry we lost you, man.
I'm going through immigration, so it looks like I got the chicken wing from them. I honestly, I would go with Frederick Anderson.
You would go with Anderson? Okay.
He's got more experience, and I mean, obviously, Gibson is the goaltender of the future, but Anderson's only 25 years old as well. So, you know, I think bigger picture, they're in good shape in net, but it concerns me, honestly, because there's zero experience there. So if you're trying to win a Stanley Cup, you've gotten Ryan Kessler, you've got some players that you think you can get to that next level, and you've got nothing in net as far as experience. That's concerning for me. You know, bigger picture, you have to take a look at, these guys do need experience, but, you know, do you give it to them on the fly with your Stanley Cup chances on the line? That's a big concern for me. And there's a couple organizations like that. St. Louis is like that. And, you know, when you're going into the playoffs with that type of uncertainty, I don't know if that bodes a lot of confidence.
Jamie McLean with us on the show this morning. Jamie, Alexander Ovechkin hit 50 goals for the 6th time in his 10 seasons last night. Is this maybe the most impressive of all of those seasons, considering, you know, we're going to finish a year for the first time in almost 40 years without a leading scorer in the league having more than 90 points, and here's Alexander Ovechkin at 50 goals yet again.
It is impressive, and people compare, you know, I think this is his 7th or 6th or 7th 50-goal season.
Yep.
And that's impressive. You know, I mean, Wayne Gretzky did it, and obviously it was a different era where goaltenders weren't as strong. And I think it is impressive because you're right. There's only going to be 90 points, or, you know, whether it's Crosby or whoever's going to Tavares that finishes it. It's a very tight system league right now. So every night's a 3-2 game, and You get somebody who gets 50, that's pretty impressive. And you know, he's a threat, and it's amazing to think a couple of years ago we're talking about a guy who, you know, people, the analysts have really given it to him about his effort level. He's a coach killer. He's a bad teammate, but the guy continues to just produce. And, you know, he is impressive to watch. And when he's engaged, he's a dangerous, dangerous player.
No, and I think that's kind of what most people find impressive about it, is that he had seasons where I think he had 38 and then 32 goals, and then he adjusted. I mean, I don't know what teams had adjusted to him, and now he's readjusted himself, and that's why he's back where he's at, isn't it?
Well, he's physically engaged. That's the one thing that I notice about Ovechkin. When he plays mean and uses his size, he's tough to contain because he's 235 pounds. So you skate like that, you use your physicality, and you've got a bomb for a shot. You know, I think he's, when you couple all that together, that's what makes him so dangerous. But, you know, lost in all this, I think the most underrated player in the league is Nick Backstrom.
Yeah, he's good.
So Ovechkin gets good looks, and to me, it's no coincidence when these top players have somebody to play with and get them the puck, that's when they have success. Take a look at Steve Stamkos when he got 60-plus goals. It was Marty St. Louis putting it on a tee for him. And, you know, I like Tyler Johnson. I like some of the players in Tampa, but Stamkos isn't getting the same looks. And what's he going to end up with? 45, maybe in that range? And you know, Marty St. Louis gets an opportunity to play with a guy like Rick Nash. You see Rick Nash, his numbers go through the roof. So I think underrated players like St. Louis, Backstrom kind of slide through the cracks with how valuable they are to their teams and to their top players.
Before we let you go, Noodles, I know you were working a game last night, but did you see the cross-check that Bufflin laid on Miller last night?
Oh, I did. It was trending on Twitter, and I got a very good look at it. And he's very lucky. You know, I know Todd Bertuzzi. I know him very well, and I played with him in New York. And, you know, the Steve Moore incident, obviously there was an intention to hit him, and it was an awful shot, and we all know the outcome that happened to Steve Moore. And, you know, it's sometimes the luck of the draw. Had Bufflin, you know, maybe an inch one way or an inch of the other, I mean, it could have been a lot more serious as far as the hit there. And it's an awful hit. It's egregious, and I was trying to think of how many games he's going to get.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they do tie it to or link it to an injury, but, you know, so you're considering Miller lucky? I mean, yes, he's lucky that you know, a 275-pound man, because I'm pretty sure that's what Bufflin's carrying for weight right now. He doesn't look like he's pushed away from the table anytime soon. And you know what? He's lucky that he didn't break his neck. And it's a tough play. Certainly, he's not trying to break somebody's neck. He's playing mean as he's played all season, and Bufflin's been a real physical force, but he's very fortunate that wasn't a severe injury, and I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't a severe punishment, though. Something 5+ games for sure. I would think that's something that there's no place in the game for it right now.
Noodles, great stuff, man. We appreciate the time. You have a good day.
No problem. Thanks for having me, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
You got it. That's Jamie McLennan, CSN 1260 hockey analyst. That Hockey Analyst Report is brought to you by Pro-Am Sports, your hockey fan cave source with authentic memorabilia for every budget. Visit the showroom or hop online at proamsports.ca. Cue to call is on the way for the ultimate sports trip of a lifetime. Number 5, we're sending somebody to Prague in the Czech Republic for the World Hockey Championship. That is coming up momentarily. We got a few more of your text messages coming up just after this, before 8 o'clock.
CSN 1260 weather. Well, it looks like the wind has picked up, and so is the precipitation. Sleet coming sideways into the city right now out of the northwest. Currently 1 degree out there, feels like -5 with the breeze. 3 degrees our forecast high by this afternoon, +4 for Thursday. CSN 1260 traffic brought to you by the AMA Road Reporter app. Traffic is unpredictable. Get there sooner and safely with the new AMA Road Reporter app, free at the Apple Store and at Google Play. Here's Darlene Check.
We have a number of issues right now in traffic. We've got a collision, Yellowhead eastbound, underneath the CN Rail overpass. This is between 124th Street and 121st Street. You'll want to stay middle or left. Also a collision Victoria Trail southbound on the Yellowhead overpass. Southbound traffic on Vic Trail, you'll want to stay left or avoid. It is backing up in that area. Also a collision Sherwood Park Freeway westbound right before 75th Street. And northeast of the city, it is backing up on Highway 15 northbound due to a collision at the Highway 37 intersection. Avoid that at all costs. Take Highway 21 as a detour. Living Sounds Hearing Center has locations throughout Edmonton and area, so it's easy to find one near you. Check your hearing. Change your life. Book your appointment today. I'll have your next update in minutes. I'm Darlene Check with your TSN 1260 traffic.
TSN 1260 Sports Center update starts now.
There's this looking for a getting to the 50-goal mark for the sixth time in his career last night. He helped the Capitals beat the Carolina Hurricanes 4-2 on the evening. James Reimer making 40 saves. Toronto Maple Leafs pulling in Edmonton Oilers, defeating the Tampa Bay Lightning 3-1. Mark Stone scoring the shootout winner. Senators keep pace with the Boston Bruins, who also won last night. 2-1 sends over the Red Wings, and the Jets unable to create space between them and LA after falling 3-2 to the Rangers. Winnipeg has a 2-point lead on the game for the second wildcard spot in the West. TSN 1260 Sports Center update brought to you by Sandwich Training. Stay tuned for the Sales Meeting Minute with tips and advice to take you to the top. The most major sports today.
Pick a hotel right now at 444-1260 for your chance to win your way into the ultimate sports trip of a lifetime, number 5. The World Hockey Championship in Prague, Czech Republic, only from Edmonton sports leader, TSN 1260.
Previously on the Jason Strudwick Show.
Tuesday night, we have 5 voters. and game transfers all brought to you by B&B Demolition. Who did you bring with you, Bill?
I'd have to think about that. Probably my wife.
Probably your wife. Oh, man. I hope your wife's not listening right now. You don't think she's going to force herself into a trip to the Czech Republic? Masters is one thing. Tom's a completely different one. You take the wife on that.